In the beginning, there was Desmond is Amazing.
I'm Desmond Napolis. I'm an 11-year-old drag queen. My stage name is Desmond is Amazing, people. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, an 11-year-old drag queen, an outlier, a drag kid that the world was undeniably against, unquestionably for, or they didn't know what to think. And surely everything is fine with this. There's nothing wrong with it, right? All of these decisions were his. It's safe, isn't it? Well, if you have a look at Desmond's YouTube channel, according to him, or whoever wrote this, 15-year-old Desmond Naples is a multi-awarded LGBTQ advocate, outspoken gay teen, gender-fluid editorial and runway model, motivational speaker, performer, designer, actor, singer, LGBTQ influencer, host and published author of the book Be Amazing, A History of Pride. Yeah, sick. Doesn't sound like his parents wrote that for him at all. He's 15. And I imagine that About Me page has been there for a couple of years. I've made a whole video about Desmond, you should watch it. But I've noticed recently drag kids are becoming more and more popular. It's somewhat a trend, a subculture, if you will. There are even grown men dressed as women or drag queens. Not that there's anything wrong with that, not at all. But they're also performing in front of children. It's a bit sus. I don't need to say this in this video, but I will say it just for the sake of saying it. There's nothing wrong with being LGBTQIA+. Obviously. There's nothing wrong with being a drag queen. Obviously. You do you. If it's not hurting anyone, if it's not making anyone feel uncomfortable, then you do whatever makes you happy in this world. All right? Okay? You have my permission. Wow. And I don't think kids in drag is bad because I hate the LGBTQIA+ community. No, I just think kids wearing drag costumes is bad because it's hypersexualized. And I'm of this crazy opinion that you shouldn't sexualize kids. I know, mad, right? Men dressed as women in revealing outfits just isn't something that I think kids should do. I know that is just such a crazy concept for everyone out there in the ether, but that's my thoughts. I also think you shouldn't be performing in those outfits if you are an adult in front of children, or doing book clubs in preschools, reading children's books with your huge fake tits out. Just put a shirt on, that's all I'm asking. The truth is most people agree with me here, but they're terrified to say anything about it, and that's why it's becoming more and more popular.
With fantastic wigs, fabulous shoes, and monumental makeup.
Oh, that is stunning.
There's a new craze for boys.
All right, so this is from episode 1 of a documentary called Kids in Drag. Now, I will note that the kids in this doco seem to be having a lot of fun. Like, they're really enjoying this, and that's marvelous. That's wonderful. That's what you want for your children. A smile on their face, to feel welcome, and to feel like they belong to something. It's beautiful, right? Or it would be if you weren't wearing revealing costumes. Find something else, parents. Fucking learn how to parent correctly.
Bring it on.
Wow. These pre-teen queens
I need those shoes.
are following their dreams.
Just do anything else. Anything else. And some of you out there may not have seen a drag queen in real life. I have, and they're men dressed as hypersexualized women. And I don't know if you think that's appropriate for kids, but if you do think that is appropriate for kids, maybe you need to meet my friend Chris Hansen.
All right, could you have a seat over in that chair, please?
And it's not just the costumes, it's the names as well. Names like Dixie Normus. That's not overly appropriate for kids. Mia Clit. Probably not great for kids. Sharon Needles. I mean, it's good to share, good lesson, not great for needles. Tess Tickle. Okay, that's hilarious, all right? That is very funny. But I don't think your LGBTQ plus 9-year-old should be introducing himself as Tess Tickle. I don't know, I just don't think that's great. Not to mention where drag queens often perform, pubs and clubs. And sure, these kids might perform at a family-friendly venue, and it might just be their friends and family in the audience. But you gotta ask yourself, is everyone in the audience just friends and family? What if some strangers there enjoying it? That's a bit Kids don't need to be LGBTQIA+ activists at 10 years old, all right? Just let them be dinosaurs. I also don't think kids are non-binary. Sorry. You're fucking, maybe at 12 they feel are non-binary, okay? That's whatever. That's a whole nother subject. But I think if your kid's 6 years old, they're not non-binary. They just listen to mum and dad a little bit too much.
At 10 years old, Stefan has already been practicing drag for 4 years.
Come on, fuck you. 6 years old? Oh, come on, fuck you. 6? So his parents pushed him into it. Surely, that's the only explanation. What 6-year-old sees some bloke dressed up with big fake tits hanging out with a name like Mia Clit and goes, Mummy, Daddy, I want to be that old man. I want to be that man with his balls strapped to his arsehole. That's who I want to be. I don't want to be Batman. I don't want to be Superman. I want to be that man.
Originally from Leeds, Mum Gabby and Dad Paul moved the family overseas.
Well, I guess there is no further explanation required.
There are many people that look in on our world and misjudge who we are, who Stefan is. They are either uneducated or they're ignorant and refuse to be educated.
Okay, so people who look like your son who's dressed in drag and you two who have hair like you've been bored in biology class and coloured it in with fucking highlighter, they look at you and you think they're uneducated? My rebuttal would be, and I am no doctor, but maybe mother and father require a lobotomy.
Yeah.
And I think we've discovered that actually the world is a rainbow and you can either learn to dance in the rain and enjoy the rainbow or you're going to get wet.
Hey, pardon? If you don't support kids in drag, you'll get wet? What?
In the US, it is customary that you tip your drag performers, you know? It's the same, like, I don't know if you have buskers in the UK.
Yeah, sick, getting kids to put money down your top. That's completely normal. Completely normal, I'm happy with that.
Like, what is so bad about little boys dressing up as girls? Like, really? Nobody bats an eye when little girls put on pants.
There's nothing wrong with boys dressing up as girls, whatever, okay, have fun. But no one bats an eye when girls put on pants. Yeah, the difference between putting on pants and dressing as a stripper.
This is your sign to bring your toddlers to drag shows.
Yeah, toddlers? Fuck you to the moon. That's my response. There's so much division about this topic. Like, people go out and blow up and they say if you disagree with any of this, then you hate gay people, you hate drag queens. No, it's just that it's not an appropriate thing for kids to do. It's like, if I think that kids shouldn't drink alcohol, it's not because I hate people who drink alcohol. It's because it's not appropriate for kids to do. It is somewhat dangerous as well. They shouldn't do it. When they get older, go for it. But now, no. Have a fucking juice box and put some pants on. That's all I'm saying. It's all about keeping them safe. Now, a lot of people will say, hey, you're against drag shows for kids. Well, how dare you be pro beauty pageants for girls? That's as fucked too. Dressing up your daughter like a beauty queen and putting her in a pageant and getting judged on her looks at fucking 4 years old is insane. Or this, look at this. Your little girl's dressed in a Hooters fucking outfit. The fuck is wrong with you? Some people should not have children. I know it's hard, but this is a pedo's dream. Don't sexualize kids. Just don't. Another argument I saw was it's more dangerous to leave your kids with a priest. Yeah, I agree. Look after your kids and let them be kids, you fucking terrible parents. Anyway, it's all you good motherfuckers out there. Thanks for joining us. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Be it extinct. Toodaloo, au revoir. Bye-bye.